Here is my welding skid and this trailer I built from complete scratch, total scratch. The problem I had was I would buy a trailer, outfit it with everything, bolt everything down, not like it, redo it, get another. I've had probably 5 or 6 welding trailers. So I eventually just thought, hey, I'll just make a skid, put it on the way I want it, and if I ever want to move to another trailer, bigger, smaller, whatever, just pick it up with my A-frame and put it on another trailer. You know. So here she is. We have 100 foot of negative. Oh, those are locked too. Well, kind of. Yeah, I'm gonna get another cord and go through like one of those cool, or maybe some chain. I'll get some chain to go through it and lock it up a little better than that. I got 150 feet of positive, 150 feet, and then 100 feet of negative. But the cool thing is they're in 50-foot sections. See, there's a connector there. There's another one there, and then of course they go into the machine with those awesome connectors. But so the point of that is, well, there's a couple points. So I can put with 50-foot sections. It's, you know, and this is 1/0. All of this is 1/0. This is probably $700 worth of lead and connectors you're seeing here in front of you. There's a lot of money there. But you can roll them up on your arm and throw them in a toolbox. But since you have it in this configuration, the other cool thing you can do with it is I can take 50 foot from this side and throw it over to here, and then I'll have 200 foot of positive and 50 foot of negative, which is good on welding on docks and stuff. There's some lights back here I need to put on the trailer. It's done except for the lights and a little bit of wiring. I think that's everything. Everything else is done. Here's my compressor. Here's the machine, Lincoln Ranger 8. Oh, and I have a whip, a 12-foot whip with 4-gauge cable. I'll show you in a minute. It goes into that. Lincoln Ranger 8. It's got like 395 hours. That's it. Start it up for you. Starts right up. Runs good. Welds good. Powers everything I need to, including my plasma cutter. You'll see that here in just a minute. Here's 100 foot. Speaking of plasma cutter, you have to have an air supply for that. So here's my 100 foot of 3/8 compressor hose, and there's the DeWalt compressor right there. I made the skid where it fit the compressor perfect, well, everything perfectly, but yep, and just made sure the CFM would run it. And actually I got that compressor for 30 bucks off of an old boy off of I think it was OfferUp or Let Go. Here's 100 foot of 12-gauge 12.3 extension cord, which is really the limit on 12-gauge as far as your voltage drop. If you go look at the voltage drop calculator, you can determine, you know, what your limit is. I would say 50 foot on 14 gauge. As far as a run at, like, you know, maximum like this is 20 amps, you know, about 2200, 2500 watts or so. Let's say 12 gauge is the limit at 100 foot. And if you had 10 gauge, I'd go 150 on stuff that gives, you know, stuff that matters, stuff like a plasma cutter, stuff like I have a little plug-in welder, stuff like that, stuff that really matters. Grinders or something like that with such a lot lower you know, need of power, a lot lower voltage or amperage rather. Yeah, you could run, you know, probably 300 or 400 foot of like 16 gauge and still run a grinder and it wouldn't hurt it, you know. Here's my Atwood's toolbox or job box, and there's a sticker on it. Actually, it was on sale. It was like 200. Got my 2 locks here for it. It's okay. It's a pretty good box. Comparing, of course, to the other box I've had before, which was a knack, and you know, the knack didn't have these. The knack just had this little arm that would unfold, and every time you wanted to close it, you had to like unfold the arm to kind of close it. So I like that, but there's a pro about this box. Well, the price is a pro, and those are awesome. But the negative is, like, you know, your lock sits in there like that. It's not the most secure. The knack sit over here like this. And it was incredible. You just reach in, hit your key, it unlock, and then the door would, you know, it would open. The lock stays in this little hole, and you just kind of push on it, and it locks after you shut the box. It was really cool. But Oh, there's a little thing you slid to. Oh, I don't have I have this hood, but I have another hood in the garage back here. Yeah, but it's a Jackson safety. I got my plasma cutting stuff in there. I got extra lenses in there, and I keep an extra large lens in case my Jackson safety fails. And I got a gauge, except for some air stuff too in there, tips and stuff. This bag is just for drills. That should be in there. I got a hammer drill, and I got a Ryobi drill, and I got bits, and I have stuff for anchoring into concrete, and just bits and goodies and stuff. Got a leather apron in there. I don't use it for welding. I use it for like a welding blanket. Put around tires so you can weld on stuff, trailers and stuff like that. Welding cap there. There's a 50-foot of 14 gauge, which is super handy. Really flexible. Got a 3 prong end on that, which I love that. Run your 3 grinders or whatever. So I should probably go in there anyway, right? Got a welding jacket. Got a little hat, little sleeves. Got my chop saw fits in here. There's the plasma cutter. What's up with all these self-tappers out here? They should all definitely be in there. Okay. Then I have my Sawzall back there. Man, it is not very organized right now. Got my speed square. I'm trying to put that back in this bag here. This other bag right here is just for grinders. The other side I have, cut off wheels and grinding wheels. Got a 4-way for the trailer. Usually my crowbar sits back here. I've been using it. It's out there. I got a crowbar too. And on the Sawzall, I got blades for it. And yeah, there they are, right there. Just can't get it with something else, Just every once in a while the Sawzall does come in handy. Beam protection. That's a 1/4-inch drive socket set. And this bag is like everything else. All my goodies. Tons of stuff. I got a little gauge here to read metal thicknesses. I got Allen wrench set, everything for marking. And I also have a pencil too, but it's not in there. One of those contractor pencil things, but bunch of this and that, little punch so you can mark holes, and let's see, an extra electrode holder. I got the cool wizard wrap. Oh, that should be in the fire extinguisher, shouldn't it? Do that in a minute. Got an extra connector, female connector. I don't know if I have an extra male in here or not. Of course, the other thing, if you have something go wrong on one of the connectors, you can just dump 50 foot and then you're good, I got one of these cool Hobart clamps. I just picked one of those up from Atwood's. I love Atwood's. It's awesome. $10 for that. Incredible. There's only one there, or else I would have bought more. Got a hammer. I got lots of this and that. I got a stainless steel brush in there. I got a file. I got files. I have several. I have a C-clamp. I have 2 C-clamps, and I have 3 or 4 pair of those, and then a couple of the other. Yeah, that one right there. A couple of those too. Parachute cord. I have a step drill bit in here somewhere. Got a couple levels. I got this one. I have another one that has a magnet on it. But oh, here's my whip. 12 foot. And now I just bought this at Atwood's too. I'm digging it. It's really light. It's super lightweight. And heck, so is this cord. And it's super lightweight and really flexible. Love it. So it's a 12-foot whip, number 4 gauge. So 162 feet. Unless I put 50 foot over on my hot side there. Tons of lead. Tons of lead. And I have another, got a pipe wrench in here. I got this little deal to hold my rods and clip it to your belt. It's kind of nice. I had an extra chop saw blade. Oh, there's another little cinch cord back here too. Right there. Oh, the chop saw blade's underneath. You can see it kind of down there. I need to get another couple of them really, but Heck, a blade does last a while, so love these gloves. I have another pair I bought when I first started welding, and I still have them, and they still work. So these Blue Hawks are kind of, they didn't really last that long. They're, Actually, my favorite stick gloves are these. I don't know where the other one is, somewhere. These are awesome. My favorite pair. Yeah, it's my rig. Go back outside here. Get some more look. I love the T-handle style ground clamp. They last forever. They're amazing. Oh, and instead of a little gay metal clamp thing, I just used a hose clamp. It works really good. But that is my rig. I do have a couple pipe stands. I have another one over there, and I have a vise on a stand, and some more goodies inside, and some TIG stuff inside. But as far as mobile stuff goes, that's what I have and keep with me, unless I need something else for whatever job it is. But yeah, that is it. And this is 1/4-inch angle irons, what everything's sitting on here. It's actually galvanized too, which is just super fun to weld on. You guys be careful when you weld galvanize it. Make your throat kind of swell up, and yeah, you should really wear a respirator. But that's it. Thanks for watching.